Welcome back again here, everyone. Now, I watched the first two episodes of Miss Marvel. I did not like it. I think the show is boring as hell. The characters are ridiculous. The entire makeup of it is just ludicrous. It doesn't make any sense at all to me as a show overall for anything. So I watched the first two episodes. I have no interest in going back to watch any more. I'm done with that completely. I did it. I watched it once. It was horrible. I'm out. That's it. That's it for me. I'm done. But that doesn't mean that there isn't information going on about the show that I need to touch on in order in order to get you to understand some of what is being said about it and to really get an understanding of it. So in this article, why Ms. Marvel viewership is reportedly much lower than other MCU series. Now, some of the things here I want to go through in order to better understand what exactly I'm saying in regards to this. Ms. Marvel is the best reviewed series in Disney Plus MCU and now just 1% shy of being the highest scoring show or movie outside of Black Panther. Boy, when they just push nonsense. I mean, as I said before, I say again, Black Panther, in my opinion, wasn't a very fantastic movie. You understand? It wasn't a really good movie at all. So that does not make that saying not much at all. But early reports are coming in that viewership is significantly lower than other Disney Plus series. And let me put in mind that this article was from, I think, a week or two ago, so it's probably worse. But it reported 775,000 households watched Miss Marvel in the first 5 days, which compares unfavorable to all of the other live action MCU shows. WandaVision was at 1.6 million, Falcon and Winter Soldier 1.8, Loki 2.5, Hawkeye 1.5, Moon Knight 1.8. All of those shows were just waste of time anyway. Anyway, here's what it is I want to get into. While the report cites high viewership among Gen Z and Black, Hispanic, and Asian households, it's still quite a ways off from the others. Why? It certainly isn't because the show isn't good. Well, no, the show really isn't good, and that's probably why. However, so here are the points that they make about this show, and I want to go through each one for you to kind of understand what I'm talking about. Miss Marvel is a brand new hero. Amongst all these other shows were based on existing high-profile characters in the MCU and their attached stars, Wanda, Vision, Sam, Bucky, Loki, and Clint. Miss Marvel has no supporting backup like Captain Marvel herself, not yet anyway. Now, this point is actually true. Miss Marvel is not just a brand new hero. Nobody really knows who Miss Marvel is. Nobody really cares about Miss Marvel. Kamala Khan as Miss Marvel in the comics with her stretch powers and thing, always with these giant fists and all of this stuff. I mean, it's a character nobody really cares about. She's been around, I don't even think it's been probably a decade or probably less now. But nobody is interested in this character. When is the last time you ever hear anybody go to buy comics and say, hey, let me pick up an issue of Miss Marvel? The same way nobody buys Captain Marvel because, let's face it, Carol Danvers is awful. It's the same thing with Miss Marvel. Nobody cares about this character. Nobody's interested in this character. There are plenty other characters in Marvel that much better been around longer that could use that help. Instead, they decided to push a virtual character that the majority of people, like 75% of people, don't know who Miss Marvel is, and the other 25% just don't care. Uninteresting character, uninteresting power sets, what they've changed for this series. So what were you really expecting, Marvel? What were you really expecting? Its lead actress is completely unknown. Iman Vellani is absolutely tremendous as Kamala Khan. I would not say that at all. And yet she is also a totally unknown actress to this point. In Disney's other new hero series, Moon Knight, at least that had Oscar Isaac. That doesn't mean the series was good. That doesn't mean the series was good. Moon Knight was awful. Absolutely awful. I reviewed that series. It was absolutely awful. And okay, the actress is a new unknown. But okay, but that doesn't mean that the actress can't establish us. There have been plenty of people who have come in as virtual unknowns and, been successful, been hits, because why? This series was good. This series was good. The show was good. The character development was good. All of that was good. All of it was good. You didn't do that. So you can't say, well, okay, the actress is completely unknown. But that doesn't, everybody is an unknown at some point. If the person is a good actor or actress and the stories and roles that they are in are done well and they get to shine, they become hits. When you don't do that, this is what you're left with. So don't stop saying that, the actress is completely unknown, and that's why people are not really interested. I'm not going to say that, there are not going to be people who are going to view things because there's this actor or actress in it who they know and like, so they're going to view that. Okay, but that is a moot point. A really moot point. It's very clearly aimed at a younger crowd. Now, I have a problem with that. I have a problem with saying it's very clearly aimed at a younger crowd. Because you tend to act like, what is this younger crowd you're aiming at? 4 and 5 year olds, because all these doodles and things they had flying all over the place, all kind of word bubbles and all kind of stuff and one and the other. I mean, the younger crowd you're talking about is not even interested in it. Some people, I'm going to say some people may like it and say, okay, but the vast majority see it for what it is. I mean, okay, this says here, it's the first PG-rated Marvel series and definitely draws a lot of parallels with YA series. You may get some measure of existing Marvel fans believing that this one isn't for them, which is unfortunate given that it's enjoyable regardless of what generation you're from. Now, it doesn't matter if it's PG. It could be fun if done correctly because it's right, but not the way you've done it. You threw in a bunch of weird doodles, uninteresting characters, and have them just acting like, they're not quite right in the head or anything. And you're saying that it's aimed at younger viewers. Why do you keep saying younger viewers are supposed to be doing that? It's the same thing like what Netflix is doing with their god-awful He-Man series. They will not master the universe. They are 3D He-Man series. It's not. There's no good story, no good development, no nothing. It's just a bunch of nonsense. They're saying that it's aimed at a younger crowd. That's just stupid and lazy. Disney is pairing it with Obi-Wan. Okay, so Obi-Wan Kenobi was going on at the time it happened, but that is a moot and foolish argument to even try to get in, because Obi-Wan ran for like 40 minutes, and it wasn't even good. 40 minutes each episode, it wasn't even good. You trying to tell me people don't have enough time to say, well, okay, after we finished watching Obi-Wan, which pretty much, sucked any creativity out of our souls, if we have a show that is even better, that has a good character, great story development, nice action, fun story, everything, they wouldn't say, well, okay, let me go and spend 45 minutes watching this show that actually is good. No, but the show was garbage. The show is garbage. I think it's still going on, but the show is garbage. And you want to say that, okay, because it was paired with Obi-Wan, another series that is absolutely not a rubbish, that means that it's doomed to fail. Oh, come on now, man. Come on. Be realistic. The marketing was not great. Well, that's a given. That's a given. There was no real marketing for this show whatsoever. All they ever the trailers was not good. All they ever did was show glimpses of her eyes lighting up, and they even did that whole thing with the giant fists, and they gave her some kind of energy manipulation powers and making constructs like Green Lantern. It just, the marketing for it wasn't good. But again, this is because you're trying to market a character that is not widely known or liked. And in doing so, you're pretty much trying to say, well, okay, we've already swapped her powers, retconned her powers, but still we want to push that as something else. Stupid. She's a Pakistani Canadian Muslim. While I've brought up the racism behind the review bombing of Miss Marvel, that's not racism on review bombing. People are just saying that this series isn't good. I'm not gonna be wrong. I'm not going to say that there aren't racists out there. That doesn't mean that, you know, from what I saw, people were just saying that, you know, the series wasn't good. How is that? How is that racism in review bombing? I realized I should also cite it here as well. Fundamentally, this is a show about a teenage Pakistani Canadian Muslim girl where comic fan bases have had decades of white guys as heroes. That slowly starting to change, but minority heroes as leads are still rare and unfortunately can be rejected for that reason alone among a certain subset of viewers. Now, okay, the way that this show has tried to shamelessly push the Muslim religion as a way for you to, as a fact that, you know, that you must watch and love this show because of that one aspect, is sad, pathetic, and stupid. It is. When you have a character, because there's this scene in the second episode where she's at the mosque with her friend, and there's no reason for it whatsoever at all, other than to just show, well, okay, they go to a mosque and then she friend wants to run for some kind of leadership role at the mosque. It makes no sense. But I can't get anything. Take X-Men for instance, and by X-Men I'm going to focus solely on Nightcrawler. One of the cool things, well, many of the cool things about Nightcrawler is that, okay, Nightcrawler was training to be a priest, or he was a priest, and that, I mean, not anymore because of the madness that is X-Men right now. But at the time, Nightcrawler was training to be a priest or something like that. That was one aspect of the character that tied into his overall story. But what made Nightcrawler so cool is because he looked cool, his powers were cool, and the X-Men themselves and mutants, just like, and you know, Nightcrawler is a prime example of this. It was an allegory for outcasts. People hated them because of the way that they looked. They hated Nightcrawler. They thought it was some kind of demon. They chased him with pitchforks and torches and all sorts of stuff. But he still found peace when it came to entering the Catholic faith. It came to trying to become a priest. It was a process. It was an evolution of the character that didn't happen overnight. It's something that they slowly built up to while also developing the character. Your character has to have more than just their religion. And coming out to say that, okay, she's a Pakistani Canadian Muslim, so that's why people hate her. No, come on, there have been other Muslim characters in Marvel. One of the most popular was Dust, and you know, was used better. You don't shove religion down people's throats and say, well, okay, you have to love this character because of their religion, or else you're a racist, you're a bigot. No, the character was not done correctly. The story surrounding her fate was not done. I mean, when you look at the way they shamelessly exploit these people's religion for their own gain, it's just downright sick. It's one of the reasons I dropped this show, because they don't have any love, any concern, any appreciation, any kind of respect for their religion anymore. No, it's just to be used as a trope to push this. That's it. Now, again, as I'm gonna say, the show was garbage. The show is garbage. I don't like this series at all. I know that there are people out there who like Miss Marvel, and okay, good for you. You're watching it, no problem with that. This is my opinion. You watch whatever you want to watch, whatever you enjoy. But these reasons I had to point out here are not the reason that the show flopped. The show flopped because the show is not good. No character development, no nothing, and it just fizzled out to show that you have no interest in doing this. You had no business making this character. Nobody likes Miss Marvel. Make better characters. Don't try to blame other people for your poor viewership. Let me know in the comments what you think about this. If you have a different opinion, I'd love to hear it. If you like the video, be sure to hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Ring the notification bell. Be notified every time I put out a new video. Be sure to share the video out there. It really helps. And I shall see you all next time. Take care.